don't think so.
Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween.
Yeah, we're just talking about costumes.
We were, and kind of two different topics of costumes.
Yeah.
So there is, what was your favorite costume as a kid?
Right.
That's one of them.
I don't remember my costumes as a kid. We lived on the farm. I don't even remember if I went trick-or-treating. I do remember when we moved into town, I was in 6th grade. Oh. And my friend and I, our goal was to get to every single house in our hometown.
Oh, that's
it was a little town.
Yes.
So that was our goal, was to get to every single house. I have no idea what I wore for a costume. All I know is I had a big pillowcase full of candy by the time I got home.
I know, pillowcases. That was like a great option for that. I was, and since I in the house that grew up in, I found this box, and it had two like the masks, right? The plastic masks.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And one of them must have been my brother's, and it was Woody the Woodpecker, which I laughed, right? And
That's
the
funny.
other one was a Wonder Woman.
Oh, cute.
And I must have been kind of, because my mom saved it, so they must have been kind of favorites.
Must have been favorites, yeah.
It's funny how, remember they used to come in those little boxes?
Yes.
And then they had like that plastic piece on the top.
Yes.
That's what they were still in, is these little boxes within the
plastic mold.
Mold of a thing. So so as you got older.
Yeah. Well, my favorite probably was our office dressed up a couple years ago. I was Cruella de Vil.
Oh my gosh, she was so good.
Yeah. That was pretty cute.
That was really, really good.
Yeah. That was fun. I enjoyed that. So
that's way better than, I don't know if this is totally video appropriate, but so the only time I won a Halloween costume, I was living in Newport, Rhode Island, and a friend of mine, we dressed up as hemorrhoids. We won. We won some money.
Oh my God. That's hysterical. Are there pictures still available?
Probably somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. Good thing there was an Instagram back then.
Oh my gosh, yikes. So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah. So I will see how many trick-or-treaters I have tonight. It's still cold out there.
No, that's what we were talking about. Like, so my son is in 7th grade, and he is still going out with his buddies, right? And I don't know how much trick-or-treating they're going to do, but they're going to go out. But one thing great, because we were talking about when they're little, then you put the coat and everything, and then you're like, what? You got the mask, because you can't even see their costume.
Can't see the costume.
But he has one of those full-on onesies. Have you seen those?
Yes.
And his is Eeyore. And so he's like, Mom, it's perfect, because I can put all my stuff underneath it. It still fits over the top.
Yep.
And he can put his little Eeyore, and he's still Eeyore and fully fledged.
Yeah.
Which I was like, wow.
Yeah. That's cute. That's a good idea. Yeah, my son-in-law wore a dragon last night.
Oh.
Yeah, because Norwalk's was last night. So yeah. So anyway, but when all these people come to your house and and you wonder, should I do this to my house? Should I not do this to my house? Yeah.
Yes, a little remodel action, and what are those? So we're going to kind of talk about.
Yeah, what pays off really to do.
So what's going to add value?
Yeah.
Are you really doing it because it's your preference, or are you because there is that difference, right? You're remodeling it because it's what you want to do.
Yeah, right.
Or are you going to sell it in the future, and is it going to actually create value, and is somebody else going to appreciate?
Right. How's that going to reflect in the asking price? Because that's really the question a lot of people have. Well, they'll ask me, well, what should I do before I sell? Well, how soon are you selling? I mean, if you're selling in 5 years, go ahead and remodel that bathroom because you want to enjoy it.
Right.
But don't throw a bunch of money into the house, put a brand new bathroom in the month before you sell it.
Right. You're not going to enjoy it.
You're not going to enjoy it.
And dollar for dollar. Right. I always think, some people think, well, I put $5,000 into it.
Right.
My price goes up by $5,000. Well,
no.
It's not. It's kind of.
It's a balance of, you're not, to take, it's like when you drive a car off the lot.
That's what I was going to say.
Boom, the value goes down 50%. Yeah.
Yes.
So if you put $5,000 in, I would look at $2,500 maybe in return on value. And then there's the other thing is, does it help your marketability?
Right.
I read an example is you don't want to put a $10,000 huge big stove into your kitchen when it's a $200,000 house.
Right, because that doesn't correlate.
It doesn't balance, right? So be careful what you do to make sure it still matches your house and your neighborhood, because you don't want to add on a $100,000 addition and way overprice yourself for the neighborhood. I've seen that happen too. So You know, your maintenance things where people think, well, I spent $15,000 on a new roof.
No.
It doesn't really add to your price, but I tell you what, it does add to the marketability of that home and the appeal to that home, because people walk in and see an old roof or old appliance or old mechanicals. They can't get past that.
Right. Because they know they're going to have to be replacing it.
They're going to have to be replacing it, right. So they are looking at your price, and they're meeting going cha-ching, cha-ching, and so they start deducting those things. So regardless of whether you have brand new countertops or, you know, a fancy pergola or whatever you call that, if you need a new furnace and air conditioning unit, you know, maybe that's where you should have made your investment.
Right.
Yeah. I really think the basics, the maintenance
that's
aren't
maintenance
sexy.
of your house, right? It's just part of a home ownership.
Right.
It doesn't necessarily create value, because you should be doing it anyway, because your house needs those things to function.
Right, exactly. It's a structure.
Right.
And so if you're not maintaining the structure, then you're not retaining the value of the property. So yeah, the things like the roof, the furnace, the water heater, and the air conditioner, and your appliances and those sort of things aren't very fancy updates, but they do translate into the value of your home, because people are immediately deducting those things when they walk in. Now, I'd rather see a brand new roof and a Harvest Gold stove than I would a stainless steel stove and a leaking roof.
Oh, right.
You know, so if you looking, this is what I can spend to
Harvest Gold.
I know. Hey, I grew up with one of those. They're awesome. And they cook just fine. I still got a little bit of that cough, but not as much as last week when I had to walk off stage.
Away.
Yeah.
Exit
oh my
right.
God. Yes. Exit right. Exactly. So, you know, those, you know, in like even a garage door, you know, and they're, you know, a couple $1,000s for a garage door. I mean, it's, so when people are, that's one of those curb appeals, a banged up garage door, new garage door, that's probably going to translate pretty well, you know.
Especially, I think there's some houses that the garage there is kind of a focal point of the outside of some people's houses. Some people have it on the side, and it's maybe not quite as a big a deal.
Right.
But a lot of houses like that,
you see more of the garage than
the front door almost.
Yeah, you
and
do.
So having it look nice and cleaned and dent, like, you know,
dent free
and things like that might be a big deal.
Exactly. You know, siding is a big deal. Siding is one of the things that national statistics show that dollar for dollar you get that money.
Oh wow.
Yeah, back. So I don't have any local stats to really back that up, but nationally they say that does translate to getting your money back. So, but yeah, I mean, if you've got peeling siding or wood siding that, you know, is looking its age, replacing with vinyl or steel siding, that's a good investment.
Which is great too, because depending upon the loan program that your people are using, there's also different things with the different types of financing they can get, and it might take some buyers out of the picture if you've got missing siding, rotting siding, peeling paint, those kinds of things.
Yeah, and if you've got that on the outside, but you walk inside to a brand new kitchen, yeah, that's great, but that's kind of like putting lipstick on it. But you know, you really need to take care of the you know, the structure first. So
anyway. And I know that, so if you're thinking about that, like when you have a realtor who sees all the houses and sees what creates value, if you're just living in it, I think, and you're like, we're going to live here for the next, we want to enjoy our house, that's a different remodel or a different
than if we're getting it ready to sell.
Than if you're getting it ready to sell. If you're like in the next, like right now, you're thinking maybe we should work on some things for the spring.
Yes.
Which is actually a really great time, especially if it's on the inside of your house.
Yeah.
Contractors, everything. It's a great time.
Because they'd rather work inside than outside.
Than outside starting, right.
Yeah. So, but yeah, if you're thinking about selling this spring, let's talk about what you might need to do. And it may not be putting in new countertops and adding addition. It may just be painting, a little staging, you know, repair some things. Yes,
maybe a little carpet, some carpet.
Oh yes, just had one of those where carpet, huge. That's a huge thing because people always ask me, what about a carpet allowance?
No, that doesn't work as well.
That doesn't work as well. No. It really doesn't, because people are still mentally can't get over that. It needs to replace the carpet. And I'm moving out of this house the same day I'm moving into this house. When am I going to put the carpet in?
Right. how's that timing? And I've got a
Right.
truck, and so just having fresh carpet.
Oh my God, yeah, that's
really nice.
It's perfect. So anyway, if you have any questions about what to do as you're getting ready to sell, or I'm going to be here for another 10 years, what should I do? You know, look at local trends and.
Because you'd be willing, right, to walk through a house to say, hey, I would do this. I would, you know, what are your thoughts?
Yeah,
and
just have an iced tea and you know, maybe a little pastry, and I'll walk around your house and tell you what to do.
Right. See, what a deal. What a deal.
I'll do it.
I love that.
All right, you guys have a great Halloween. Hope you get lots of trick-or-treaters and
not too many tricks.
Not
more
too
treats.
many tricks. Yes. Oh, hey, there's another one before we close.
Yes.
What are Anna and Elsa's favorite kind of pizza?
I don't know. Frozen.
It is frozen. Isn't that the greatest joke? So
I love that.
I love that. Anna and Elsa's favorite pizza is frozen.
Frozen.
Yeah.
That's kind of gross to me, but that sounds awesome. That's good.
All
I
right.
love that.
Bye.
Like the Wayne and Floppy. All right. Bye.